What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen, the people are still out here in the streets, honey, talking about AL and melodyshari. Just want to get some more comments from the people. So one person says, this is what it looks like when you are chasing a friendship and being messy at the same time. You got to get it together. This person is saying that to AL. Another person says, I like Anthony and Mel. I just feel like a simply, hey, I apologize for making you feel uncomfortable. That was never my intention. I thought we were building a relationship and also networking in the process. Again, I apologize for making you feel uncomfortable, and I was not stalking you. Telling her this before you did this live would have been great. Ooh. Then coming on here and defending yourself on here in a positive way and letting people know you apologize to her would have made you come out looking better than she did. However, this response pretty much just confirmed what she said and makes you look like you're not taking accountability for making her feel the way you made her felt. I like you, Anthony, and I pray y'all get past this. They ain't getting past this. Melody is done. The door is closed. Okay? Another person says, Melody told us to prescribe to your live and we started following you. She never said anything about you. She always been supportive toward you. Another person says, this just wasn't a good idea. So everybody is responding to his response, to Melody. And they are saying nothing you said changes that she felt uncomfortable with the way you were moving. And you just verified you indeed were moving that way. And that's the thing, you guys, with these type of people. They have no empathy. He didn't look or sound remorseful to me. He came off as if he did nothing to her. Like nothing. That's what's scary. Okay? The best thing to do would be to move on from the entire situation. An apology won't work because it won't be genuine or accepted at this point. Build the people who say they're here for you and maybe don't mention or be shady towards Melody anymore. It would only prove the obsessed narrative. Not obsessed, honey. Ooh, that was kind of funny, honey. Okay, because this whole thing, Lifetime movie character, okay, single black male, honey, that's just what it's given, okay? So another person says she was animated but produced evidence. Yeah, like when a person produces that many receipts, they not lying. I mean, I'm just saying. That made him seem obsessed with her. I didn't see anything in this live that proved he wasn't trying to infiltrate her circle. Yeah, and he even mentioned that him trying to get with her makeup artist, that wasn't nothing. That had nothing to do with her. And child, you keep trying to be affiliated with everybody that is connected to her business manager, her mama, her makeup artist. Okay? What is you doing? And what I didn't like, what he did was he began to play on our intelligence. He began to weaponize certain conversations we have had in these YouTube streets about Melody and her followers. And, oh, well, you just want people to just say good things about you. And, we've all had those conversations. So he began doing that. It was okay when I was dragging Destiny. It was okay when I showed up for the open house. That was okay. You hearted that comment. But I guess because you and Destiny had issues, that was okay. Do you see how he's weaponizing all of that? That is crazy. Okay? It was all good when I was singing your praises, but you don't want nobody to say nothing negative about you. He said a lot of stuff I felt, you guys, it was stuff that Martell would say, right? It was stuff that Martell would say and use against Melody, especially like, y'all remember down to the reunion when Martell was like, yeah, you don't know how to keep any friends. Everybody that joined the show, you turn on them and you stop talking to them. So you must be the problem. And yeah, so he was kind of playing them type of games. I didn't see anybody that was remorseful. He didn't even really admit or acknowledge. I figured he wouldn't, but I was, hoping that he would. He didn't. Okay. So another person says, if you get your followers from someone, she tells you to start being a blogger, her manager helped you and come on your show, and you shade her every single episode, how is she supposed to feel? Exactly. Another person says you made her uncomfortable. She has never said this about anybody else, so she must have felt like you were trying to insert yourself in her life and she didn't like that. All you have to do is say, I apologize for making you feel uncomfortable. Another person says, sadly, this incident unfolded as entitlement for friendship and being part of her close circle, which you hadn't genuinely earned. Come on. Offering compliments doesn't equate to earning trust or privilege, my dear. Another person says Anthony drove to Huntsville when Destiny's house was on the market, went live on social media, going through her personal items, invading her and her child's privacy. But some of you think that he had no ill intentions towards Mel after his attempts to infiltrate her inner circle was denied. I am no Destiny fan, but I thought that when he did that, that was malicious and mean-spirited. I didn't even know he did all of that. I knew he was at the open house, but I didn't know all of that. Damn. Ooh, child. Another person says, fame is so different now. People feel the need to respond to almost any and everything. I don't remember celebrities and famous people being like that when I was growing up in the 90s and early 2000s. That's because you didn't have social media like that. You have social media. People like to put out narratives really quickly. Do you see what I'm saying? And, the famous people of today, they will clap back and say, hey, that's not true. Hey, this is what really happened. They have to give the backstory. They didn't have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook and all that stuff. I don't think early. Maybe you had MySpace or something, but MySpace wasn't like Facebook and all of that, right? I don't even know when the hell Facebook and stuff came, but that's why the celebrities of yesteryear are different than those of today, Because people will weaponize social media and use it to try to ruin your reputation. And they will try to get people to not like you, not trust you, not, purchase anything from you. So, yeah, it's more direct, honey. Okay. So another person says, Anthony, you can do or say whatever. This lady has said you're stalking her and making you seem like you're obsessed with her. Leave anything involving her alone, in my opinion. I wish you would have not responded. There's always 3 parts to a story. If you were or/are a fan of Melody, cool, but her followers only followed you to hear negative things about the Scotts and anyone Mel had a falling out with. They paid to hear anything negative. They was happy you had dirt on Destiny. Hell, at that time he was too, though. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to turn everything around now. Like, oh, well, she only liked me when I was speaking badly about them. It was okay. And she didn't ask you to do that. You chose to. See how there's no acknowledgement or there's no sense of accountability or responsibility for your behavior? Okay. So now he's trying to use all of that and turn it against Mel. It's definitely a Martell hook-headed hope move. Okay. Another person says, it seems like you were trying to be her friend and building your portfolio. It's nothing wrong with that. I have a son who is a photographer. If I knew someone in the industry, yes, I'm going to let them know about my son so he can build his career up. Well, honey, we're not talking about that. Okay. Another person says, stalking is more serious than bullying. Yeah, when somebody is stalking you, and I know I've been stalked, they are still trying to keep a leash on you. They are still obsessing. Like, stalking is an obsession. It's a sick, twisted obsession. You pulling up. You are messaging them and trying to go to all the restaurants they go to, trying to interact with all the people that they come in contact with. It's crazy, but it happens. Another person says, Mel is telling you you are doing too much and it's time to step off. She should have addressed it after it started to make her look at you funny instead of clocking it with an audience to get a bandwagon going. Enjoy her, but this approach was not it. AL, accept her feedback and step off. Don't dwell in circles. These people are fueling it. The low shade thrown in this live is proving her point. Another person says, you are a blogger, you are not famous. And to talk about her singing, how many concerts have you had? She wasn't downplaying you. She's merely saying she is getting stalking vibes from you, constantly texting her and trying to be in her shadows. From listening to her read off the text, it definitely seems like stalking to me. In my opinion, a real man would not have taken this much time to respond to a woman. A real man would have taken this with a grain of salt and said it is what it is. But everyone can see you want to be the woman that Melody is. Point blank and periods. Another person says, I don't like how Melody tried to sick the fans on you, but I will say that you do seem disinterested in what the callers have to say. Now, another thing he brought up is he be sinking down in his chair and be looking all tired and because Melody had mentioned that whenever, the fans mention her name, he seems disinterested. It's like he's trying to throw low-key, passive-aggressive shade. He's acting like he's bored. Now he's saying all these negative things about her. He denied all of that and said that, he behaves like that because he has to go to work. Huh? He said he don't like to be on YouTube for 5 and 6 hours. Now, I understand that. There are people that do that. I don't know how they do it. So I do get that. But I don't know. I just feel like he's literally trying to rewrite history. He's just trying to rewrite everything. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with her, and we all God's children. Oh, yeah, he was trying to turn the whole God said go thing around, and we all are God's favorites, and he got to talking about Lucifer, and it was just crazy. Crazy. But no accountability. Another person says, I don't understand her frustration. What's wrong with being a fan of someone? If I can remember, you were taken up for her during the time when Destiny was on the show. I'm confused about the reason for her coming at you so hard. What did you hear? Shit, she feel like he a damn stalker. Okay. Another person says, I like both Anthony and Mel, and I think they are both doing too much at this point. He was dramatic with the would you hold Melody accountable question. And she was dramatic with the statement about him working with kids, which is not true, and needing a mandated reporter. He should not have threatened her team, but Martell has actually laid hands on her team. Why does she want Anthony to lose his job and doesn't seem to mind Martell keeping his when he has done much worse? See, once again, weaponizing Martell, using that against her. Because whatever Martell has did, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. nothing to do with nothing. You can't conflate issues. She's speaking specifically about him and his actions. We know what Hookheaded has did. We seen that with our own eyes. You know? So, yeah, you guys, it just really looks like it's messy. It looked like he trying to rewrite history. Some of his followers, they trying to rewrite history to report, to support, I should say, him and his narrative. But I believe Melody, honey, because that girl had the receipts. Okay? Melody had the receipts, honey. She did, honey. She had dates, times. She had people on the live, child. It looked like he had got, I think, was it Stormy or somebody, you guys? It looked like he had them as a receipt. I forgot specifically what that was about, but he tried to, it just, whatever she did, like, his response, it was not equal to what she did. Melody did a splash, like, she hit a home run. Okay, she knocked him out. Okay, he not doing that. It's like, and one thing I did notice was he didn't get on there like being really angry. But that's the thing with certain people that do you wrong. They don't have any feelings about anything. So that's probably why we didn't see the anger. It doesn't mean that it's not there. People, I told y'all, people are very passive aggressive, very covert these days, right? So don't expect for people to do a whole bunch of yelling, cussing, screaming, and all of that. Everybody ain't gonna do that. Their evil is trying to destroy you, trying to get close to your connects, to get information, to bring you down. Why are you trying to holler at her makeup artist? That's weird. Then you trying to show up in an event that her mother didn't plan in. You doing too much. You already was working with the manager. Like, that should have been enough. But you keep going to person to person. You trying to go to restaurants. You trying to, like, really, like, match her fly. Like, make it make sense. Okay? So, I don't know, I ain't got no more to say about this. Okay, I hope y'all have enjoyed this little series, honey. But I believe Miss Robinson is done. Miss Robinson is tired and worn out. Yes, Lord. All right, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.